Happy Monday as we look at our Life Together Apart series this week. I found Kate Buller's video extremely interesting and poignant, as she often is, when she talks about gratitude as a cultural formula today. I think the idea of gratitude in our broader culture has become kind of a hot topic recently. In the last couple of years, ideas about gratitude journals and things like that happening, not just in the Christian world, but outside of it. And of course, gratitude is a good thing. And yet I think that what she describes describes kind of the peril of gratitude. It seems to be that even when life is really terrible, that if we just have a posture of gratitude, then maybe life won't be so bad. And it's really our posture that has to do with it. And I think she gives us a nice way to not have to live like that. Specifically, she talks about this idea of that no matter what you're grateful for, express gratitude for it. If life is hard and things are stinky, they still are. And I think some of this comes, when I think about it, from a reading of these verses that you're familiar with, even if you don't know the reference, that is from 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. And in it, Paul says this, 1 Thessalonians 5, 16 to 18, rejoice always, pray without ceasing, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. These verses present an impossibility for us, right? And I think that's what's so hard. We feel like we are supposed to do what the Apostle Paul tells us there, especially this idea about praying without ceasing. I mean, really? And we find all sorts of ways to kind of try to do that, but that's really hard. And then give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. Now, Kate's antidote to our culture's way of gratitude is not, let's not be grateful. Instead, it is to say, notice the small things. In the midst of things that are hard, don't try to add up and make the good somehow level out or take down the level of hard. Instead, add up really tiny things. She talks about recognizing and being able to count the eyelashes on her son's eyes. She talks about getting the airline points when she needed them. And I think we have situations in life where it's not saying that our circumstances aren't as bad as someone else has it. That's our typical way of gratitude. It's like we shouldn't feel bad. But instead, what if it was just the ability to count up the small things, to keep that whiteboard that she talks about, and not have to use our typical math, but instead just have lists and lists of small things that we're grateful for. That every day maybe it's having a list of 3 things that we could say we are wonderfully grateful for, like some of the people in the comments section shared. So I just invite us on a journey of gratitude this week as we seek the scriptures for it, and as we seek God's will in the midst of it. And as always, I do encourage you to log in, to start on the journey with Kate. So you're not just counting. My daily videos really only make sense in light of doing this study together. So I encourage you to log on to Life Together Apart. If you're having any problems with that, I invite you to contact me, and I'm happy to talk you through it. Have a great day.